Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me. Today we were on Lake Norman competing in the QCKBF Catawba Clash Event. This is a really cool multi-lake event where basically any public launch on the Catawba River Chain is in play, and that goes everywhere from all the way up to Lake James, all the way down to Lake Wateree. So we put it at Lake Norman. I tried pre-fishing the river. That's where I wanted to go, but if you've watched my prior video, you know it did not go well. So this was a backup plan. I've done no pre-fishing out here. Hopefully we can make something happen. Right now we put in at the Hagers Creek access area. A couple cool guys out here, some of my buddies. Wishing them the best of luck, but hopefully they have good luck, but not quite as good as the luck I'm gonna have. so I hope. Anyways, I got some last minute prep work, and then I'll talk to you here in a little bit. All right, guys, just a little fella, 13, but we're on the board. All right, he ain't much, but we're on the board. Let's get him back in the water. All right, guys, 15 and a half. Look at that fella. All right, it's 2 on today. Let's get him back in the water. And now it's time for tackle roundup. All right, guys, what I caught that fish on was this. It's only the greatest buzzbait ever invented. It is the V-Twin Buzzbait by True South Custom Lures. The coloration is Glimmer Ghost, and as a trailer, I'm just using a white, I think it's the color is Pearl, Fat Albert Grub by Zoom, and that's what I'm using. Nothing major to it, just burn and bank, spending a little bit of time on points, but yeah, so far so good with this, the V-Twin Buzzbait. And that concludes today's tackle roundup. I don't know if he's going to measure. It's pretty little. All right, number 3, 13 and a half. Nothing big, but that's 3 on the day. Look at that guy. All right, number 3. Let's get him back in the water. Right at the boat. That scared me. Got it. Whew. Man, that scared me. man, that scared me. Heck yeah. Yes, sir. Well, that's the limit right there. All right, guys, a 14. That little guy. All right, I don't have any big ones, but it is an hour and a half into the tournament and have a limit. Good place to be in. Let's get him back in the water. Well, guys, midday update. Well, it's not quite midday. It's about 3.5 hours in. Sitting on the smallest of limits, looking to try to do some upgrades somewhere. Have stopped getting bites. So I was back in a cove trying to find some big largemouth. I have not been able to, those have not manifested. So I'm gonna make a little run and see if we can make something happen. Talk to you here in a little bit. Man, wow, that guy got every hook. All right, little fella, not gonna help. Caught him just trolling to my other spot. Get him back in the water. Little fella ain't gonna help. Well, because I have my limit, I upsized and went over to a jig to try to upgrade, and I downgraded. Let's get him back in the water. Well, guys, 1 hour remaining. And things aren't going good. The good news is I do have the smallest of limits, so that's good. The bad news is I haven't had a bite in like 5 hours. So I don't know what's going on. My plan was, I knew an area where I could go where I suspected I could get a quick limit, and then that would give me enough time to spend the rest of the day upgrading. Well, step one of the plan was successful. I'm struggling on step two. Step two has not been as going to plan. So right now I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of move, because again I'm not getting any bites or anything where I'm at. I'm gonna move a little bit further in a creek, tie on a jig, and hope for the best. Let's stay tuned. See that? Well, guys, it is officially lined out, and thus concludes the oh, somebody's at the door. Thus concludes the QCKBF event, the Catawba Clash. Wow, that was disappointing. It started off with so much potential. I mean, I think I had a limit like within the first hour and a half, and proceeded to just poop the bed from that point on. Yeah, as I stated, my plan was it was 2 steps. It was a 2-step plan. Get a limit early in an area that I know I could probably get a limit of small fish, and then spend the rest of the day upgrading. And as I alluded to earlier, step 1 was accomplished. Step 2 really didn't manifest. I honestly could have left after, I think I caught 6 total all day, and the only ones that counted were the first 4. So literally I could have just come out here, fished for an hour and a half, and went home and had the exact same finish. But it was a fun day up until like the very end. I was out here like the cove that I'm in. Apparently it is like a all I can imagine is it is a tryouts for the X Games or something. These dudes have been out here. There's about 8 of them, like doing flips on their stand-up jet skis. And don't get me wrong, if I weren't fishing, it'd be pretty cool to watch. But as I'm fishing, it was pretty annoying. But I don't know if you can see them, but it's been incredibly loud, and I'm glad to be going home. I'll put it that way. Anyways, we'll see where I end up. I imagine it'll probably be, I think the fishing was tough. I think a limit will go a long way, and I had a small limit, so I'm thinking probably around middle of the pack if I had to guess. But that's how it rolls sometimes. Anyways, if you'd like to know anything about what I did today, the lures, the launch, or anything else, you can look down in the description box. I'm going to leave some additional information down there. Well, while you're there, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. The channel is updated every week with new fishing content and new fishing adventures. So I'll be seeing you next week. This is Josh, and this is Abide Fishing.